I do get the permits, how long will the job take?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? 2 weeks?
You sound like a parakeet there. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Well, 2 weeks? It's amazing.
Amazing nothing. It'll be a regular miracle.
Hey, welcome back to another Florida State Simulcast. We are 2 weeks from kickoff. 2 weeks! All right, calm down. Calm down. Anyway, since the last time I left off, I was talking about Malik Henry, and I haven't given any practice updates or state of the program addresses. So I thought I'd do that today and just kind of get a little caught up. It won't be that long, so just bear with me. And also, I just wanted to thank everybody that has subscribed so far. I started doing these Florida State podcasts just over a month ago, and I'm only up to about 46 subscribers, which in the YouTube world is nothing. But I wasn't looking to get anything out of this, and I think it's cool that I have 46. I mean, shit, who the fuck am I? I'm just an informed fan, as my channel description says. So anyway, thank you for subscribing and for listening. And I enjoy making these, so as long as, hell, if one person was listening, I continue to make them. But thank you. Anyways, let's get to some of the updates here. Practice was yesterday. There's actually a practice going on right now, but I'm going to wait till after the scrimmage to give some more practice updates, and that'll be Wednesday. Wednesday there's a second scrimmage. But catching up through yesterday, Leonard still at right tackle. I think it's safe to say that's his job to lose at this point. I would expect him to be on the field at kickoff when they take on Ole Miss. Cole Minshew is out again with concussion-like symptoms. I'm starting to wonder if this kid might be one of those cases where he never gets to see the field, that he may have to cut his career short because of concussions. We'll see. It's still early. I think he'd probably have to have a couple more to call it a day. But something to keep an eye on because the coaches are really high on him and he just can't seem to stay on the field. Eberle was out as well with concussion-like symptoms. Now, he's the starting center, so that's a little more pressing. I'm sure he'll be fine. He has to go through the protocol like everybody else. Josh Sweat returned. That was kind of big. He was out previous to Sunday's practice. Obviously, need him on the field. Auden Tate was working with the first team. And I'm not sure if that's – someone raised the question on, I think, Tomahawk Nation in the discussion board. Someone was wondering aloud whether Tate would wind up replacing Kermit or Bobo, or if Tate is simply out there because Rudolph is still out. By the way, Travis Rudolph is still out. And most people, and I think I'm in this group, he's probably just kind of hold and serve till Rudolph gets back, which I want him to replace either Kermit or Bobo. As I said before in a previous podcast, I don't mind if one of them is in the starting three because you need a slot receiver. You need a small guy. That's fine, but really prefer not to have two. My ideal 3 wide receiver set would be Rudolph, Tate, and probably Whitfield. Although, hearing from beat reporters that get to watch snippets of practice say that Jimbo is just all over Whitfield, like just grinding on him hard, which is strange because Whitfield's a senior. You think he'd know what the fuck to do at this point. Devontae Phillips returned. Some people were concerned that he might have torn an ACL, but apparently it's just a deep bone bruise. He's another bigger receiver, not huge, not Kelvin Benjamin big, but bigger than what we have out there. The kicking battle is still going on, Aguayo versus Tyler. Jimbo's yet to name a starter. Some people are thinking they could split it. Aguayo attempts all the 40, 45-yard and in field goals, and Tyler attempts the longer field goals because Tyler, by all accounts, has the strongest leg, and there's no question about it. There's been beat reporters saying the ball sounds different when it comes off his foot. And then there's others that think that Tyler's just going to win it outright because they don't think Jimbo wants to split kicking duties. He'd rather just have one guy. So that's the kicker no one really pays attention to, but that's still a battle to keep an eye on. Some other things, Brian Burns keeps getting mentioned by Jimbo and uh, by various websites. Like there was a video recently about him, just looking very athletic, during drills. And he still needs to put on weight, but it's clear by as much as Jimbo's mentioned him and as much as some of the media members have just paid attention because he stood out to them, he's going to see the field, likely in just third down packages where he can just pin his ears back and rush the passer. He's a freak athletically. He's about 6'5", 225. So you like to see by next year that maybe he can like pull a Josh Sweat and get that up to like 250. Bud Elliott from Tomahawk Nation has compared him to Brandon Jenkins. I don't know if anybody remembers Brandon Jenkins a few years back, the defensive end. Compares him to him prior to his injury. Brandon Jenkins had a quick first step before he got hurt. So I think that's kind of high praise as far as what kind of burst Burns has. Some other non-football related stuff. Anybody hear about the Notre Dame situation? It came out the same day as Malik Henry's suspension. I think that was Saturday. That's as Jeff Cameron would say, that's not what you do. That is not what you do. I think about 6 guys were involved. I didn't read every detail, but guns and drugs were involved. Not a good look there for the Fighting Irish. The sound system in Doak Campbell Stadium, to go with the video board. Apparently, according to, I think it was Keith Jones, who does the podcast Front Row with Tom Block, said that it's rated the number 1 sound system for outdoor stadiums in the country, period, collegiate or pros. So that's kind of nasty. I'm going to the Clemson game, and I'm looking forward to get blown away, like literally. That's interesting. I knew the video board was, I think, the second biggest in college football to Auburn. And also, in case anyone was wondering, the second video board will be up next year. So if you go to a game this year and like, hey man, why is there only one video board? Why don't they have 2? They'll have the second one next year. Apparently, they didn't want to do 2 construction sites at once. So, but seeing the videos actually being played on the video board in true HD and 1080p, that's going to be sweet. Because anybody that's been to Doak Campbell Stadium in previous years, you knew that Jumbotron was a fucking joke. It was so tiny, relative to other stadiums. So I'm looking forward to that big time. And someone was wondering what should they call the video board? A lot of people are just calling it the Jimbotron. He's helped bring it here essentially by winning a lot, championships, bringing money. Comment below if you think of a better name or a different name for the video board. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. That's just a quick update on what's going on, kind of a state of the team right now as far as who's in, who's out, the battles that are going on. One I failed to mention is right guard. Wilson Bell might lock that up since Minshew can't get on the field. I mentioned how Minshew can't get on the field. Other than that, there still hasn't been any serious injuries other than McGuire, obviously. But yeah, 2 weeks away. We are 2 weeks away. It'll be here literally before you know it. Hell, we're 12 days away from having college football on a Saturday. That's not far. I can't stand the off season because Saturdays I'm always with my family and we're like, what are we gonna do today? What are we gonna do? Let's go to Bed Bath & Beyond. Woo! Home Depot, yeah. Hashtag dad life. But no, I love college football season because your Saturdays are always planned. Just look at the fucking TV guide. Anyways, thank you for listening. If this is your first time visitor, feel free to subscribe. And this has been another Florida State Semicast.